what sad times these are when the nation's youth run around in dungeon clothes playing the games of Satan. Young man, if you really want power, there's only one thing you must do. Find Jesus. Find him, and when you do, return to me.
What's up guys, this is Gnarly Charlie, and I have been playing Stick of Truth since it came out, and I'm happy to tell you guys that it is a great game. Okay, let me back that up. It is a great game if you are a South Park fan, and not only just a South Park fan, but a South Park fan from the earlier seasons, because this game is filled with references obviously from South Park, but most of those references are dating back to the very first few seasons. So if you're a fan of South Park and you haven't watched the early seasons, you need to go back and watch those, because not only are they great episodes, but they're going to make this game a lot more enjoyable for you. If you're not a fan of South Park, this game's probably not for you, although it is still a great game on its base. I do not want to give too much of the story away, but as you see here, you got to choose between two different factions, either Kyle's or Cartman's, and the idea is that they have a stick that is the ruler of all sticks, you know, the Lord of the Rings kind of thing, and they're fighting over it, and you as the new kid are the chosen one, or as they like to call the Dragonborn, who can fart louder than any other kid. But I can't really get too far into the story without really revealing too much to you guys, but there is a separate storyline with the adults where they're trying to figure out what the new Taco Bell in town is going to be like, and it's real interesting how they put the two stories together, because in the end the adults and the kids are doing two different things, and they both end up together fighting for the same cause, and it turned out to be a really nice ending. But I'm not going to talk too much more about the story, because the story itself kind of is a spoiler, and I do not want to, do that to you guys. The fighting in this game is Final Fantasy style. It's turn-based, which I'm usually not a fan of, but I'm going to make an exception for this game. The last time I made an exception was probably for Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, not the MMO, the older ones. So the fighting system's pretty good. You could swap between buddies, as you can see there. Butters is a really good paladin, you'll see right there. So you got abilities, you got your two main weapons, and then you got your fart attacks. And it's actually a really simple system. It is not complex like some of these games get. You just point, you click, there's maybe only a few abilities per character, and every time it'll tell you how to use the ability before you use it, so you never forget. I don't know how it is on Xbox 360. For computer, that's a good thing, because computer, the controls can get a little bit backwards sometimes. And as you see there, that you have potions and mana, regenerators and stuff like that, just like your traditional turn-based fighter game. I don't know what else to say about it, because I'm not really big on turn-based to begin with, but I'm really liking it, and that should be saying something to you guys, because I don't like turn-based, but I loved this game because it was simple. There's also people that you can call on who can help you in fights, like this dude.
I'm gonna do my war dance now.
I love calling on these people for fights, because it's almost a one-shot kill for every fight you go into, so sometimes you'll go into a really hard fight and you don't want to do it, and you just call on one of these guys and it's done. Obviously you can't do that for boss battles, but for every other battle, it's a really handy thing to have. These people you can get are through finding extra little places throughout the town as you run around and explore in between the main quest. You find these people, and if you help them out, they'll help you out pretty much. So you gotta run around, and it's a lot of fun because you're not just doing busy work, especially if you're a South Park fan, because most of the time you're just running into references from the old shows, and you're just having a blast exploring the maps. As you can see right here that we're going into Kyle's room, and every closet for every main character they have, it's just filled with references. And I've laughed pretty much all the way through this game, and it's a pretty long story. It's not that long. It's long, though. And my jaws hurt from laughing, because every time I turned around, it was just another reference, and every time I found one of these references, I got something to help me along the way.
Maybe you can help us with something. All these homeless people in South Park are making us look like a cold and heartless town. If you could go and beat the crap out of all the bums and vagrants, they'll leave town, and it'll restore South Park's reputation as a compassionate community. You gotta get every single one of those bastards, okay? Chop chop!
There are times when the game drops puzzles on you, and I don't really enjoy the puzzles that much, but at the same time, these puzzles are not very hard. You're not going to stop and have to, open up a walkthrough. They're usually very simple. There's only been maybe 2 times that I got stuck on a puzzle, and all I had to do was sit back, look at it, and it was done. So, the puzzles in this game, not very difficult. And once again, when you do these puzzles, they help you out by giving you either new characters, or new items, or new abilities. So, they are worth the time, and they are definitely not that hard to work with. See, as this puzzle is to get the character Damien, who is, well, it might not be Damien, but it's to get a character in the South Park jail. And as you can see, there's not much to this. You use your bow to knock down something, you smash through the air vent, go into the locker room, he's going to find a key, yada yada yada, you got the key, you take it down to the prison. There you go, you got one new character to help you out, or one new friend. There's only one thing I can really complain about this game, and that is that to make money you gotta collect items. And you gotta collect a lot of items, especially through the main story. You collect tons of items, and you do have to stop and sit there and sell every single one of them one by one. It takes a lot of time, and it's pretty tedious, and that's the only thing I could really complain about this game. Other than that, this game is fantastic. If you're a South Park fan, you gotta buy it. Alright, this has been Gnarly Charlie. I'll see you guys later.
I hope you haven't been farting on anyone's bowels.